And now my ninth reason why Fallout 4 did not fail would be the special build for your character. The special build for your character in Fallout 4 is a lot more balanced and it's a lot more fun to mess around with compared to past games because you are not capped at a certain level in Fallout 4.
And I've decided that I want to die.
Alright, before this video starts, I'd like to give a quick warning saying that I have indeed played Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4, and I've done multiple endings for them, and I've even played all the DLCs, and...
You know, why do people always leave out Fallout 1 and 2? Those are really good games. They deserve some more credit for what they were able to achieve at their time. Also, welcome to a dogshit video where I talk about Fallout for... I don't know how long it's gonna be. I just started recording this, so we'll see. I've been wanting to talk about Fallout for a while again. Fallout is just such a unique and fascinating franchise that I enjoy talking about it, negatively and positively. And that's what this video is going to be. It's going to be so great. See, I'm in a very strong camp that Fallout 3 and 4 are very mediocre games and very bad Fallout games. And, of course, I'm more of a fan of 1 and 2 in New Vegas, 2 being my favorite. So, this is going to be an interesting video, because this guy makes some very wildish claims that I just want to debunk. Also, fun fact about this video I'm about to cover. See, when I first found it, I actually left a comment on this guy's video, talking about near the end of it, when he goes into the special system, which we're going to go into on this video. And the next day, I went to go check up on the video, because I wanted to get the thumbnail for my thumbnail, and the video's not there. I think the guy deleted it, because normally I could find the videos that I'm responding by just putting in their title word for word on YouTube, and I did that and I couldn't find it. I went through my watch history on YouTube and I couldn't find it. I legit think this guy deleted his video because of me, which is fucking hilarious to think about. So that's good news. Anyways, to the actual response to this garbage.
I do believe that all 3 games are good in their own respective right, but if I say something like, oh, Fallout 4 has something that Fallout 3 New Vegas doesn't have, then don't get butthurt about it. It's my own opinion, and...
Man, I hate when people have to do this at the beginning of their videos, talk about, it's my opinion, dude. Don't attack my opinion. Even though you just said that if I compare them and I say this game doesn't have that, that's just an opinion. Even though that's a fact, because you're pointing out that this game mechanic doesn't exist in this game, and we can prove it with visuals. And there's a few other times you contradict yourself saying this is an opinion while you bring up actual facts about both games, or just completely wrong facts on top of that. If you ever want to make a video that's going to be controversial, don't tell me it's going to be your opinion, because I'm just going to think less of what you're going to say.
Everyone has a right to their own opinion, and we should all respect that.
No, I don't think I will.
No, I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't care anything, okay? If you tell me that you like Applebee's, okay, fine, I don't care. If you're gonna tell me Applebee's is the best restaurant in the world, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. You see the difference there? There is a difference between being opinionated and being factual. There is a difference here. When you're saying a game is good or bad, you're basically being factual about the game's quality. When you say, oh, I don't like this game, this is not for me, then that's you being subjective. And it's important to figure out the differences and know what your biases are and what's objective or not. Because if you don't, you're going to get a mess of a video like this one when we get further into it.
I'm going to be talking about how Fallout 4 did not fail contrary to opinion. Now, I am aware of the fact that a lot of people were upset with Fallout 4, with the story and the overall game, with the power of choice and your choices not mattering as much compared to past games like Fallout 3 New Vegas.
I mean, Fallout 3 didn't have much choices either, but I get what you mean, I suppose. Now, he just mentioned a very good point that I want you all to notice right now. He just made a fact saying that a lot of people don't like Fallout 4 that are Fallout fans, which is true. Then on top of that, he says, oh yeah, there's not many decisions in Fallout 4, which is also a fact. There really isn't that many decisions. Now, what do you think his defense for this is going to be? I'll give you guys a second to think. I'll put a timer for like 10 seconds. No, I don't want to do that. Who wants to see a timer for 10 seconds in a video? That's just going to so break the pacing. Fuck you for thinking. Instead, just assume while you're watching the video.
But the thing is that you still indeed had choices for the main quest. They just were not as prevalent.
Wow, really? So you had choices, but they're not prevalent, which is what Fallout is. It's about choices and how you decide to take care of certain controversies going on in the world of Fallout. Wow, there's that many of that, but there's some, like 5% of it. Oh gee, thank you. I'm so glad they added 5% of choices in the fucking game's story. Not the side quests or the NPCs or anything like that. Awesome. I'm so glad that there's some choices to make in Fallout 4. A franchise that's all about making choices, and it has some of them. Sounds like a winning product to me right there. I'm so excited.
For the side characters, and they didn't reflect on your actions as much compared to past games like Fallout 3 and New Vegas. But the idea of Fallout 4 failing is too far-fetched.
I mean, failing at choices and letting you roam the wasteland in any way you want, yes, it failed horribly at that. If you're gonna try making a defense for that, you better try fucking hard, man. You better suck the living fuck out of that copium bottle to make a good defense, because I'm curious.
Now, the main reason why Fallout 4 failing is too far-fetched is because people are using the wrong definitions. Failed means not achieving its end or not lasting or unsuccessful. And the true definition of what people are thinking about when it comes to Fallout 4 is a lot different. The real definition is disappointed. They are sad or displeased because someone or something has failed to fulfill one's hopes or expectations, which a lot of people had a lot of hopes and expectations for Fallout 4 when it first came out.
Okay, that doesn't mean shit. How do you think those expectations were there in the first place from other games in the franchise? They don't just magically pop up in your inventory one day like, oh shit, wow, I all of a sudden have really high expectations from this game. I don't have an option to go tell someone to go fuck themselves in 20 different ways in combat or dialogue. It's not a Fallout game. It's just not. You can have the aesthetics of having Nuka-Cola, power armor, and all this shit. But if you don't strike that dialogue and what makes Fallout Fallout, then you're just painting a world that looks like it without the substance of what made it unique in the first place.
And they ended up disappointed for it because there was a lot of expectations when it first came out, to the point where some of it, which is really bad and crazy, and then at other times it was pretty understandable. But I can give you a few reasons why Fallout 4 did not fail. Starting off with one, it sold more copies.
Mate, a little bit of audio editing tip here. When your game is so loud that I can barely hear what you said and I have to rehear you again, you fucked up. I understand audio balancing is difficult. It took me a while to understand it. At least fucking try. Just a little bit. Now, his claim about Fallout 4 selling more copies and why it didn't fail, I'm just gonna skip over this point because, yeah, no shit, it sold a lot of copies. On a financial level, Fallout 4 did not fail. That is very true. When people say Fallout 4 failed, I don't think they're talking about financially. So I'm just gonna skip this entire fucking point because it's really worthless.
And now for my second reason why Fallout 4 didn't fail is because the modding community was absolutely amazing.
You know what? This is another point I'll give him. The modding community for Fallout 4 is pretty funny, and the somewhat only reason why I've jumped back into the game here and there. But if we're gonna talk about the games on their own, I don't know, New Vegas has it beat. Yes, New Vegas looks like garbage. The gunplay is garbage. That's very true. I mean, when it comes to the actual RPG mechanics, Fallout New Vegas, man. That game, it hits different. So we're gonna skip over his modding part because, again, I agree with him. Yet again, this is him talking about how Fallout 4 did not fail. And I don't know if the modding community is a good reason to say a game failed, but hey, whatever, I'll go with it.
The modding community, since they were introduced into Fallout 4 and welcomed to make and publish their own mods into the game of Fallout 4.
Oh, fucking hell, this is another guy that doesn't edit his fucking audio. Why just don't want to edit their audio? Roll the montage of this man gasping every fucking second, because it's extremely annoying. I'm gonna keep doing this until people start editing their fucking audio, because it's extremely annoying.
It either changed the game to an extent to where it was more fun and enjoyable to play the game, or it made it completely cursed and funny and just absolutely hilarious just to play.
So right now you're basing off that Fallout 4 did not fail because there were some funny mods that made the game enjoyable. You can say that about fucking anything, mate. I can pull up a mod from Ride to Hell Retribution that makes the game even more enjoyable than it already is. Does that mean the game is good? No, not at all.
Now, my third reason why Fallout 4 did not fail is simply because of the fact that the workbenches are absolutely fun and engaging to mess around with.
See, what do you mean it's fun and engaging? What do you mean by that? Oh, it's fun. Okay, why is it fun? Do you please tell you explain this? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of the workbench system. I don't like having to create my own fucking weapon to make it useful. And the reason why is because there's a great quote from Tim Kaine. If you don't know Tim Kaine, he's the guy that created Fallout. And it goes as, "My idea is to explore more of the world and more of the ethics of a post-nuclear world, not to make a better plasma gun." Just think about that for a moment when playing Fallout and what he just said about the workbench. And as we go further.
Like, for example, you can grab a random melee weapon off the floor or a random gun off the floor and name it something entirely different for your own liking.
Whoa, no way. I could pick up a weapon and name it? Wow, that's so awesome. That's so cool. Now I got a weapon and I named it, and it allows me to shoot more mutants. Because that's all Fallout's about, is just making the best weapon and then shooting mutants and ghouls. That's all the franchise is about. It's not about exploring the post-apocalyptic wasteland, talking to mutants and ghouls, and learning their side of history or how they live in this world, or, you know, either fuck it up for them, or, you know, how about this one, see a world evolving into a bigger way instead of just creating a gun.
I think people can build some pretty amazing things with the settlement workshop in Fallout 4.
Oh, I mean, yeah, people can make amazing things out of fucking cow shit. Have you seen the buildings we've made out of that? Doesn't mean it's good. I mean, it's literally not. It's been proven that cow shit probably isn't the best to build a house out of when it rains. And also, it's gonna really smell. But again, people have made statues out of dog shit. Should we give them a reward? Like, oh wow, dude, you did so good. You made something out of dog shit. And it's like, still shit.
You can even add defenses to your base, like adding turrets, traps, or even settlers on certain choke points in your base in a guard tower and just prevent enemies from going into your base in the first place.
I like how you say that, but you don't mention the part that when you set up defenses, nothing attacks your base, which is super bizarre. You build a base for no one to go to and attack it. So like, why even build it in the first place to never have interactions with your base building? What a very bizarre choice to make in a game, that they want you to make a base and add defenses to it, but once you add defenses to it, no one comes to attack you. 10 out of 10 right there.
And this randomly occurs. But you can even go to the modding menu and just spawn a bunch of enemies right near your base and even test your defenses out.
The fuck is this? Plants vs. Zombies? What the fuck? I'm sorry. You're telling me that Fallout 4 didn't fail because I could build defenses and then go into the console commands and spawn an enemy and watch my turrets kill an enemy? Is that really why you're saying Fallout 4 didn't fail right now? I don't even think I have anything to say about that. That's just downright fucking retarded.
And just have a bunch of fun and just sit back and relax just watching everything. Point being is that Fallout 4 has all these workbenches and they're really fun to mess around with. And Fallout 3 New Vegas don't even have these in the first place.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
Oh my god, it's almost like the games weren't focused on having workbenches. Remember earlier when you said this entire video was just your opinion? I like how you just brought up an objective statement saying that Fallout New Vegas and 3 don't have these workbench, which is true. But then let's just completely disregard the reason why they weren't in the game in the first place. It's because they weren't about building things. It was about meeting people and changing the world around you. That's what it was about. And just being yourself in a fucking RPG. Not much of Fallout 3, because that game is extremely limited, but we're not getting into that. We're talking about Fallout 4 here.
But that's not even the best part. The best part is that remember that useless junk you would find in Fallout 3 New Vegas that was not even useful at all on doing anything hardly?
Yeah. It's almost like it was called junk for a reason. Fucking crazy, right?
Well, that's a different story. Now all of your building projects, your gun projects, and even your armor projects revolve around the junk that you randomly find in Fallout 4.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never found this part of the game that great, because let me get something straight. So, if I want a new scope on my fucking gun, I have to go hunting around a wasteland that's been around for 200 years and scavenge it for fucking fans and toys and screwdrivers. Why? Why would I want to do that? That sounds incredibly miserable. There's no substance to this game. Why am I going around collecting garbage to upgrade a gun for? What is it for? What am I doing with this gun? Killing more enemies? Oh boy, it's not like I've been doing that throughout the whole goddamn game, because the game has absolutely no substance of anything going on. That's great. See, that's why it was better in New Vegas, because I never picked up junk. I guess I was just someone that wasn't like that, where I went around and start picking up random crap. The only shit I ever picked up in New Vegas or any Fallout game was the essentials I needed to survive, which is stim packs, ammos, and guns. That's really all you fucking need. You don't need screwdrivers and fans cluttering up your inventory. Is it a bad system for Fallout 4? Not really, it's fine. I'd prefer if they, paid more attention to the actual RPG mechanics to the game instead of letting you upgrade a ACOG scope or collecting fans for your gun. But hey, whatever. I could see that Bethesda's mentality is just not where the franchise used to be at all, which is great. I love it. That's why I play Fallout, so I could just make the most overpowered gun and shoot mutant number 148. Remember back in like Fallout 2 in New Vegas when they made mutants and ghouls, not just like random enemies you have to kill, and they actually had a little bit of character behind them, and even the ones that were hostile, they even had a reason why they were hostile to begin with. Same with some of the raiders in New Vegas. They weren't just raider number 4. They actually had a reason why they were raiders, like the fiends and shit.
Who am I? I'm the scariest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. I'm Cook, bitch. Better not forget it. If I had to guess, it's because I cook shit for the rest of the gang. I'm a good cook. Maybe I'll make you dinner sometime. NCR. Bunch of soft little bitches. They got no stomach for life in the wasteland. Got some choice strains, though. I'll give them that. Yeah, I'll give them that, all right.
And then we go to New Vegas and everyone's just like, yeah, you just shoot them. No big deal. Okay. That's great. Why not have talking death claws anymore, like Fallout 2, and have a unique plot point with those talking death claws that develop into a more serious plot point in the actual development of that game? Why do any of that? Fuck it. Just make them an enemy so everyone could shoot them. Put a death claw in the first 10 minutes of the game, you know? Make it feel like a Call of Duty. That's what Fallout's about.
And this is a very nice and welcoming addition because I'm glad that they did this in the first place instead of it being useless. And now for my number 4 reason why Fallout 4 didn't fail is because of the companion quests.
Oh no. Companion quests. Okay. If you don't know, in Fallout 4, there's only 2 companions that have quests out of, I don't even know how many companions are in Fallout 4. But only 2 of them have quests. And those 2 people that have a quests, it's integrated into the main story of Fallout 4. It's not just a random side quest. So, keep that in mind.
The companion quests in Fallout 4 were so good that they were to an extent to Fallout New Vegas' level.
No, they are not. New Vegas, every single companion had their own backstories and quests, developing them more into people. In Fallout 2, only 2 companions have a quest, and they're integrated into the main story, no matter what you fucking do. So, you won't have a moment where you'll meet, man, I always forget his name. Give me a second. Got his name. The guy that's part of the Enclave. Arcade Gannon, which is a really cool name, and I can't believe I forgot it. But Arcade Gannon, he's just a minor character that you could actually pass up in this entire fucking game. And he's part of the Enclave. Because of that, you can actually convince him to get the Enclave back together for the final fight on Hoover Dam and work with the NCR, which is unbelievable. Or you don't need to. He's not even that important of a character. You probably didn't even know this character existed, and the Enclave was in New Vegas in a very, very small way, but they were in it. In this game, you have to meet the Brotherhood of Steel. You have to get Paladin Danse to be with you and have this issue happen, which is part of the main quest. It's same with Nick Valentine, which is another character that has a quotations companion quest, but it's not because it's part of the main quest, so.
Of companion quests, it made you care about the characters sometimes when they talked about certain dialogue and certain quests that you would do with them if you had a high enough affinity with them.
Okay, so I want to quote what he just said right now, and we're going to dissect this sentence for a moment. So he said, they made you care about characters when they said dialogue. Well, gee, I fucking hope they tried to add dialogue to make you care about characters. I mean, gee, like, no fucking shit. But the problem is that they're horribly written characters. Tell me, right now, people that actually enjoy Fallout 4, tell me one specific trait about Piper's character that's not about her being a reporter and being a bit sassy. Tell me one character trait about her besides those 2 fucking things that are stereotypical. What's your character arc? What does she do besides being a sassy reporter and being a full-blown bitch? You don't know. She has no fucking character or past or history or nothing. She's a nothing character. But of course, he's going to bring up Paladin Danse and Nick Valentine. Nick Valentine's the only decent companion in Fallout 4, so.
You can go with Paladin Danse with the Brotherhood of Steel route, and he has a pretty interesting story as a whole, same as Nick Valentine.
Gee, how am I not shocked that he mentioned the 2 fucking companions that have a side quest in the entire fucking game?
Or you can just go with the love affair with either Piper or Kate and just get into an argument on which one is better on Reddit or something.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about how hot they are, but their actual personality just throw it out the window, which is none, and they don't even have a side quest. This whole section is about companion side quests, but you just brought up 2 companions that don't even have a side quest. Fucking 10 out of 10 job right here.
Does not matter, the companion quests are something to boast and talk about when it comes to Fallout 4, and that is my number 4 reason why Fallout 4 didn't fail. Now, my number 5 reason why Fallout 4 did not fail is because of the side quests and exploration. Like the USS Constitution, for example, you can go over here and just explore a really good quest.
So he's saying Fallout 4 did not fail because of side quests and exploration. I'll give him the exploration bit. Even then, I'm a little iffy on giving him that, because even though New Vegas is very brown of a game, it has more of an exploring feel to it because of the landmarks that you can see from a distance. But I will let that one slide. The side quests, though, That's what I found interesting of what you just said. And you bring up the one side quest in Fallout 4 that really sticks out, which I found very interesting. And I will say that even this quest itself is very limited on the options you can choose. It's either very bad or very good. There's no in-between politics going on. It's just a goofy little quest that actually has nothing of substance going on, just about the fucking ship. So even then it fails as a quest. Look at Fallout New Vegas. Man, I should really stop bringing out Fallout New Vegas. I need to bring up another Fallout game to compare this to. Think about Fallout 2, for example, here, right? Fallout 2, throughout the whole game, every single quest you're doing has to deal with showing how the wasteland is completely fucked. Right? You got people like the Enclave breathing down people's necks, making everyone afraid. Then you got Vault City over here rushing over to the ghouls when they don't trust them. And you got these ghouls at Gecko trying to make this reactor keep running and pumping fucking fresh water for Vault City so they don't get executed. It shows the brutality of the wasteland. When all you get in this fucking quest that you're showing right now about this is just, oh, look at us, we're goofy, ha 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 ha. And even that quest that has to deal with Vault City and Gecko, you have so many options and opportunities of what you can do. You can either go in there and destroy the fucking reactor and make all the ghouls hate you and try to kill you after. Or you could go in there, talk to Harold, and make up a deal with him saying like, yo, what do you need to fix this reactor? And fix the reactor and actually make Vault City and Gecko on good terms. After a while, after you help out Harold a little more of his worrisome of Vault City raiding them and shit. The thing about Fallout is that it made every character feel real in the universe on how they would act in these situations. When I go to Fallout 4 and I see a fucking ship that has jets on it and has retarded ass robots pretending to be pirates for almost 200 fucking years and no one checked these people out until you came across randomly, I can't take this shit serious. Like, it's so fucking stupid. All they want you to do in Fallout 4 is go around and shoot shit. And the one quest that you bring up that's somewhat interesting doesn't even have that many options to explore either.
Or you can go nearby to the Pikmin gallery and have a very nasty surprise, and it's still interesting to go over there in the first place because it rewards you. And then just go to the Cabot House if you don't like neither of them, and that offers a fun and interesting quest also. And these are right close to each other.
You know, here I was explaining why Fallout 2 quest design is actually really good with Gecko and Vault City situation happening and stuff. Seriously, go play Fallout 2. That game is actually really fucking good. And this guy comes around talking about 3 quests in Fallout 4. 2 of them I don't really remember. And I wish he would give me a recap on what 2 quests he was talking about. He just says that they're fun and interesting, even though I don't remember them, which is hilarious to think about. Yeah, I don't know, man. Can you show the quests, show examples of what you're talking about? Are you trying to be spoiler-free? Because trying to be spoiler-free hurts your arguments more than help them, so.
And an interesting factor note is that when running around Boston, there are plenty of different ways to get to certain locations in Boston.
Whoa, no way. You're telling me instead of going straight, I could make a left turn to get into Boston, or a right turn. Wow. That's... Bethesda's really stretching out their brain muscles there. Fuck. That must have taken a long time to think about.
You can either take the alleyways or streets like you normally do, or you could traverse through certain buildings in Boston and get to a different location just by jumping building to building or going inside them. Or you can use the fire escape staircases for some of the buildings and jump on top of the roofs and, well, go building to building that way, but...
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Are you telling me instead of just taking the roads to where I need to go, you want me to climb up a fucking building and jump from roof to roof? That would take longer than just putting a bullet in the head of a fucking nameless raider. That barely takes long. Or I could just run by them. Because the AI in Fallout 4 is so dog shit, you could just run past everything. So, why would I take the option of going on a rooftop and jumping up there? What is this, fucking Dying Light 2? I'd rather just run through the fucking streets and get this shit over with.
Now, my sixth reason why Fallout 4 did not fail is not going to matter to some people, but it may matter to a select few people. And we're going to be talking about Fallout 4's graphics and details. The graphics of Fallout 4, I'm not going to lie, are absolutely gorgeous at times.
Gorgeous? Sounds like you combined garbage and gorgeous together and created gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. It sounds like it's awful and good at the same time, which is weird. I mean, sure, this is the only thing I'll give Fallout 4, that it looks decent. I'm not gonna say the game looks fucking beautiful, but it looks fine. I mean, honestly, with enough mods on New Vegas, you could probably make Fallout New Vegas look better. Just with a few mods. I say few, but 50 plus mods, honestly. But even then, with your example here, if you look in the background of what you're talking about, there's like weird flakes of like light going off. And you talk about how beautiful this is and the lighting and shit, and your example does not help you at all. It's a very bizarre example to use, that the graphics in Fallout 4 gorgeous. Maybe use a better example. I'm also going to skip this part because what am I going to add to him talking about graphics? And it's like, yeah, I mean, it looks better than the other Fallouts. I'll give it that. That's about it.
If you were to look above you while you're in this area, you can see that there's baseball stadium lights and it's reflecting off both the ground and the wall.
I know I said I was going to skip some of him talking about the graphics and shit, but I just had to add this part. The guy is literally praising Fallout 4 for having lights bounce off a wall. Wow, do people have to cope this hard to justify Fallout 4 being good? Like, goddamn, I thought people would make better arguments than this shit. And this isn't even that old of a video. This is a month ago. This guy thinks this now. That's the scary part. He thinks this game looks gorgeous now. And the game is revolutionary for... he didn't say revolutionary, I'm just adding that, but it just sounds funnier. This game's fucking revolutionary because it has lights bouncing off a fucking wall. It's like, oh shit, oh boy, buckle down. Bethesda's getting crazy out here.
Because of the rain, and not only that, you also have puddles of water all around in certain areas, and this goes all over the Commonwealth, not just in this area.
No way. That's so crazy. You're telling me, let me get this straight. You're telling me Bethesda added puddles of water all around the Commonwealth when it's raining. Wow. I'm so shocked. You know what this video feels like? Remember that Call of Duty Ghosts video where the guy was talking about they added fish into the AI?
And also added an AI system to it. So we have fish move out of the way when you get close to them. This is powered by a new next-gen engine that gives us amazing graphic fidelity and really innovative fish.
That's what this whole video feels.
And now my ninth reason why Fallout 4 did not fail would be the special build for your character.
If you're wondering how is he at 8 when we were at 6 last time, that's because I skipped 2 of his fucking points. Which were actually decent points, which is why I skipped them. One of them being the combat is better in Fallout 4 and the character creation, like the actual creating your character with fucked up faces and shit, is better in Fallout 4, which both of those I would highly agree with, which is why I cut them out and no reason to add them to this video. This one though, when he talks about the special system, is when shit gets really fucking crazy.
The special build for your character in Fallout 4 is a lot more balanced and it's a lot more fun to mess around with.
Can people explain to me why it was balanced? Why can this guy just say that? Like, oh, it was balanced because blah, 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 blah. I mean, I could excuse the fun part because everyone has to say something is fun to quantify it being good these days. But like, why is it good? Don't just tell me it's fun. I hate when people say something is fun to quantify something being good. It's just like, that doesn't tell me anything about the quality. I can have fun eating dog shit. Does that mean it's good? No.
Compared to past games, because you were not capped at a certain level in Fallout 4.
Wait a minute. So you're saying it's more balanced and fun because you're not limited to a level like the other Fallout games? How does that make it balanced? Being capped at a certain level would make it more balanced. There's a reason why there's a level cap of what you can do in the Fallout games. Because we'll get into it later. I'm going to hold that argument for later. Just know that the reason why the highest level cap in Fallout was 50 was for a very specific reason, so you didn't get overpowered. But apparently now he's saying that's balanced because there's no level cap. How? What?
So if you want to do that gun, that melee, that VATS, that charisma, or that intelligence build, you can do it all with one character without having to restart the game because you are not capped at a certain level.
And you're saying that's a good thing. You understand that damages the replayability of the game, right? Being able to use different weapons but not having the right stats for it makes you want to replay the game so you can wield that weapon again. And also have a different experience through the game with different options of dialogue and what happens with your character on that run. When you have one character dedicated to having all of the perks and all of the special stats and everything, why even bother? How are you saying this is a positive that you can get everything in one playthrough? That sounds like a big detriment to an RPG here. A classic RPG. I don't care what anyone says. Fallout is considered a classic RPG, and Fallout 4 fails at it at every turn. And the special system is a big reason why.
Meanwhile, in past games like Fallout 3 New Vegas, you had to do an entirely different playthrough and restart the whole entire game.
Yeah, that's called adding replay value to the game and having a different experience through it because of that. Let me give you a great example. I'm going to use Fallout 2 and not New Vegas for this because Fallout 2 is a better example. In Fallout 2, you could go as a low intelligent character and you can have something called really dumb dialogue, and it gives the game a whole new flair on how to play it. And it also makes it more difficult because you get less skill points and you get less help from people because you're a fucking retard and no one trusts a retard in the wasteland.
Welcome to Camp Navarro. So you're the replacement. What's your name, Private? Oh, lovely. They've sent me a moron. Listen closely. You will stand guard at the hangar. This is your duty post. You will go there now and stay on guard until told otherwise. Now move it, soldier!
Who are you? And how the hell did you get in here? Where are those jackass guards? Great, one of the mental midgets from upstairs. Look, I ain't got much here, but you can take whatever you want.
Which is an interesting thing to think about. Or you could go in the game with, let's say, high charisma and high speech, but you're dog shit with weapons. So you have a very dramatically different experience where you can do quests where it's very high speech level and probably get through them quicker that way. But then if you get in that combat situations, you're just fucked, and weird situations can happen along with traits, which is also taken out from Fallout 4. And if you don't know what traits are, traits, really big dramatic perk in the game, but also has a big down sign effect to it. For example, one of my favorites is one called Jinxed. And what Jinxed is that during combat, random things can go badly. So like, for example, if you're in combat, and this actually happened to me, you can be in combat and an enemy comes up to you and punches you, and they hurt themselves so hard punching you that they reversed and punched themselves and got knocked out. That is fucking hilarious. That shit only happens with certain traits that you get, along with certain perks in the game, which, if you didn't know, perks in the original Fallout games used to level you up vertically, not horizontally. If you don't know the difference between vertical leveling up and horizontally leveling up is basically what skills and now what the special system is in Fallout 4. It deals with the number stats, like, you know, your big guns. To do more damage with guns, you have to level up your stats to do more damage with big guns. And then the perks were vertical, and those vertical stats were basically random crazy funny perks that you can have. For example, one of them being that you're a great fucking lover in bed, to where you could get more information out of characters. Or there's certain ones where more interesting random encounters can happen to you while exploring the wasteland. Or you can get more unique special dialogue from characters. Or when you're low on health, companions do extra damage and take extra damage as well. All of these interesting perks that add on top of the experience, which also adds to the replay value because you need certain skills to reach those perks. So when Fallout 4 decided, fuck traits, fuck perks, all we need is special system. And everything relies on the special system so much that you can just get everything. Why even replay the game in a different way where your character is a fucking retard or something? You can't do that in Fallout 4. The replayability is gone because of the special system.
If you wanted to see one side of the special build and you had to choose between a certain build between guns, melee, VATS, intelligence, or even charisma. And my 10th and final reason why Fallout 4 did not fail was because it still had a great story contrary to opinion.
Oh, no. Fallout 4's story was dog shit. It was literally Fallout 3's story. The only difference is now you're the father and you're looking for your child. That's the only difference. Everything is exactly the fucking same. The Brotherhood of Steel act like the high and mighty heroes that they're supposed to be in Bethesda games for some reason. Super mutants are just bullet sponges to shoot at. Ghouls are bullet sponges to shoot at. You don't have any unique characters that are going on in the wasteland at all. You don't have situations like in Fallout 2 when you're entering Vault 13 for the first time and you just see a fucking Deathclaw staring at you and it's talking to you in normal human language like, "Hello, stranger. Please don't be alarmed of my giant size. I know I look scary, but I am nice." You don't get moments like that in Fallout 4. Never will you. Because Bethesda doesn't understand what to do with this IP at all. They don't understand the freedom of what you have. You don't get that you can have compelling characters that aren't humans in the game. Instead, in Bethesda games, all they are is just giant bullet sponges to shoot at. They're nothing else. You can't have a chess game with a rat scorpion and win him because a talking plant told you how to beat the rat scorpion. You can't have moments like that, ever. You can never have a moment of going into New Reno, meeting up with Mr. Bishop where he gives you a job, and you accept the job and decide to go fuck his wife and still do the job for him, and he has no idea until the end when you killed off that last NCR guy and he's fucking pissed that you cheated on him and everyone in that casino turned on you and tried to kill your ass and you have to escape. You'll never get moments like that because Fallout 4 isn't designed to have creative freedom to the player of what they can do with this universe.
And you have multiple endings to choose from.
Multiple endings. Mate, stop blowing smoke up your ass. There's barely even 4 endings in the game. And even then, those 4 endings don't go as far as just 4 endings.
You can choose between the Institute, the Brotherhood of Steel, or go freedom-like the Minutemen, or even choose the Railroad if you like. Point being, you can choose between 4 endings, and it still adds more playtime if you try to do either all 4 endings or just 2 endings.
Whoa, wait a minute. I had to restart a whole game just to get another ending. I don't want to do that. I mean, you just made a perfect argument saying that you can get every single stat in the special system. And, you know, there's no level cap, so you don't have to replay the game. But here you are telling me, but there's replayability. You can do the different faction endings. It's like, but I still have to replay the game for that. So are you advocating for replayability? Are you not advocating for replayability? Now your standards are completely fuzzled and I don't understand what you consider good or bad now. Thank you. You're doing great in this video.
Does not matter. It's your choice, and the point being is that if you try to do a certain amount of the endings in the game, you'll enjoy the game more.
No, you won't. The certain amount of endings in the game, which is a staggering 4, really don't have that many differences between any of them, honestly. They're really not that different, so good job on that. Is that really the end? That's the end of his video, by the way. He didn't add why the Fallout 4 story is good or anything. He just said there's 4 factions that you can choose, and that's it. Wow, what a stellar fucking video. Holy shit. Wow, dude, I'm proud of you. You got a fucking standing ovation from me. Like, you made such compelling arguments like special is better because unlimited levels. It's just, yeah, you got me good there. Well, that's the end of this video. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
They need to let me make the new Transformer movie. I do the best Transformer. I want you to give it up for Robo Bitch.
Oh, why hello there. Welcome to the very, very special secret ending of this video. I like doing these, you know, instead of putting at the beginning talking about like more personal shit, because no one, let's be honest with you, only a certain percentage of people really care about like the person making the videos, like perception. So it's always important to keep your history and your personal stuff maybe later in the video so you don't overload it and make people like, oh my god, this guy's just talking about his fucking feelings and shit. Like, it's always better to put this shit at the end. But I just wanted to do a one-to-one with my audience for a bit, you know? It's been a bit. Haven't really made many videos this October. I was planning on, like, doing a whole bunch of stuff for October, honestly. But then I had this whole PC issue I had where I had to restart my Windows because of bullshit that happened with my computer. And I lost a lot of motivation for making videos off of that. And I'm slowly trying to rebuild it back up. I don't know why I lost my motivation from that, but I just did. I mean, it happens sometimes. Once you make a lot of videos and you get used to it after a while, you kind of get burnt out on it, you know? Which is why I was gone for like a month or so, which really isn't that crazy if you think about it. There's people that don't release videos for like maybe once every year and shit. So it's really not that crazy. What a crazy month though. Holy shit. Who knows? I wanted to talk about Fallout though. I don't know. I've been in the Fallout rabbit hole lately. I don't know if anyone knew this, but it was actually the 25th anniversary of Fallout. And watching all the Bethesda behind the scenes stuff with Tim Kaine and Leonard talking about Fallout and shit just really made me want to play them again. I don't know. I have to play Fallout at least maybe twice a year. I have to. It's just in my DNA at this point. So when that twice a year rolls around, I just, you know, gotta talk about it. Because I really like talking about Fallout. It's a very unique franchise in a lot of ways. You know, here we are. Just talking about Fallout and shit. Who knows? Maybe I'll make another response video to someone talking about Fallout here soon. I have my eyes on someone. I might give you a little heads up here since you're at the end of the video. There's this channel called Vincent Martin. You guys might know him. Kretosis has been dealing with this guy lately. But I got a feeling that I'm going to have to be dealing with this guy here soon. Because he had a stream about me, and I think he had a video on me, but he deleted it. And then he also deleted that stream, which is fucking hilarious. So, you know, we're going to have to see on how that goes. Because I really enjoy talking about Fallout. Fallout is just so cool. I tried playing the Outer Worlds too, and I'm thinking about making a video on the Outer Worlds because I don't know why. The Outer Worlds, when I play that game, I remember being excited for it. What am I doing? I'm just rambling at this point. Who gives a shit? No one's gonna watch the end of this fucking video, so who gives a fuck? But anyways, when I was playing the Outer Worlds, I was thinking to myself, like, why does this game feel so mediocre? And after playing it for a bit, and I think I found out the answer. And it's just, it has to deal with the characters acting super just, I want to say satirical, like extremely satirical. No one's actually like real in the Outer Worlds universe, along with the world itself not as interesting as Fallout, because Fallout is just a really unique setting to begin with. You know, it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland that takes a place in a futuristic 50s land, you know, like that's super interesting. When you play the Outer Worlds, it's just, yeah, it's a space game, you know? It's a neat space game, sort of, not really. It has a few issues, honestly. Yeah, I think that's the end of this video. I've been rambling for like 5 minutes already. Holy shit. I feel like I just started this recording. But yeah, who knows? I don't know when I'll make another video. Depending on how my life's been lately, like, not like it's been going terrible or anything, just been busy, I guess you can say. I see myself doing like a video a month type of thing. I don't want to like really add any schedule to myself because that's gay, so that's just an assumption. I may make one video every 2 months, or hell, I might make 2 videos every 1 month. It's just whenever the fuck I feel like making a video, you know? If I feel like making a video tomorrow, I'll make another fucking video tomorrow. If I don't, then I won't. It's a weird It's weird how I operate. I only do things when I want to do them. When I don't want to do them, I fucking won't. I will look at an editing program for 5 hours and be like, I don't want to do this. So, who knows? But anyways, I'm done wasting your fucking time. Get out of my channel.